This is the Transformers Legacy Select Deluxe Class DK-3 Breaker. I picked up this figure from my local Toys R Us store for a whopping $33. Oh my goodness, it costs so much right now. It's $33, I think, was the price of Voyagers back in the day. Now they're the price of Deluxes, so okay. I'm hoping this figure does not have any defects because there was no way to know. I didn't have time to open it up in the store. They just told me that if there's a defect, just come back here and return the figure and have it exchanged for another one, but I don't want to do that. So I'm just hoping we got a good one. Huh. Okay. Does he have, what else does he have? Does he have everything? Okay, so he's got, all right, so he's got the instruction sheet and, oh, I suppose this is the weapon. And here is DK-3 Breaker out of packaging. Boy, this figure is as boring as heck. I mean, you cannot get any more dull than this figure. I love the navy blue colors, don't get me wrong, but the figure just feels very cheap. Cheap plastic here, here, here. Oh my goodness. The only thing really saving this figure is the whole motif, that Diakron or Diaclone original colors that gives it a nostalgic feel. But sorry, this figure is so boring. And I don't know why it's so dull. On paper, it should be interesting, but it's just not popping for me. It's just not working. You can see how cheap the figure in almost every facet, every side, every nook and cranny of this figure. Even the way the silver has been painted. Look at this. Look how incredibly dull they painted this gun. I mean, it's not even consistent with the paint on the legs. And as I mentioned, the quality of the paint apps, you get a lot of bubbles here and there. Look at that visor. There's some chipping right there. It really feels cheap. It feels a lot cheaper than Trailbreaker. I don't know how to explain it. Look, the clear plastic has so many scratches and scuffing here and there. You can see right there. There's nothing premium about this figure, and it already cost as much as a Voyager class figure. One thing they did right though is preserve the mold. There's no mold degradation on this figure. Everything seems to be tight. Even this gun, it fits better on the left, but on the right, it's a little tight. I've always felt that it should be on the left. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, if you did not enjoy the original mold, you're not going to enjoy this one. The only thing really going is that nice navy blue color that hits you. The first time you see it, oh wow, it looks so cool. And then once you start scrutinizing the figure, you begin to see that Hasbro really went cheap on this figure. And sorry, man, this is just so much disrespect for the fans. I mean, you're pricing it at a Voyager price point, and you're giving us knockoff quality plastic and paint apps. So in case you're wondering why this figure is named DK-3 Breaker, he's actually the original colors of Trailbreaker, of G1 Trailbreaker, before Hasbro decided to pay royalties to Takara Tomy to bring in the robots, these kinds of transforming robots to the US. They were actually part of the Diaclone or Diakron line from Takara. And the original colors were blue for Trailbreaker, Ironhide was in black, and Sunstreaker was in red. So Diakron 1, DK1, was the red Sunstreaker, which is now, I think, spin out. DK2 was the black version of Ironhide. And obviously DK3 would be Trailbreaker in blue colors. And here are all three of them side by side, the Generations versions of the Diakron, or the original Diaclone colors of Sunstreaker, Ironhide, and Trailbreaker. We have DK-3 Breaker, DK-2 Guard, and he's not DK-1. He was part of a 2-pack with Cordon. He's Spin Out. So they look great together, but I don't really think these figures are necessary for any Generations collection. I feel this is more of a nostalgia piece. These are nostalgia pieces for those who really want the Diaclone accurate colors. Now, out of all the three, I believe he is the weakest. I'm sorry to say it. He's gonna be first, second, and then he's gonna be the last. It's a shame. I was really excited with this figure. I had great expectations. I thought he would be the best, but he's the dullest. Just didn't work out. On paper, he should have been great, but execution-wise, not that great at all. And here he is with the original version of the mold. We've got Trailbreaker, and between the two, no contest. This one is the more premium looking figure. I mean, just look at the shine. Just look at the way the plastic has been molded. My only comment with this figure are the kneecaps, which was felt really cheap. But everything else is on point. You see how great the silver matches everywhere. You've got some really nice premium beige-ish black plastic. There's a little bit of a brass hint towards that black plastic that they used. Very, very premium looking figure. This one just has KO quality written all over it. It's a huge, huge disappointment. So transformation. We'll try and do this very quickly, since this is what, like the fourth version of the mold. I don't have lift ticket yet, by the way. Waiting for that one to go on clearance. Hopefully it will. Hopefully that one turns out better than this one. Okay. So let's see. Oh, looseness right here. That's probably the only thing that degraded for this mold, for this version of the mold. So. Okay. All right. Just plug these in. Okay. And this one, wow, this thing's really degraded. That waist hinge is really loose. So my bad, there is some mold degradation apparently. Okay, is it holding? Okay, it is. Okay, how do we do this? We do it this way, and then squeeze in the front part of the cab. Come on. Okay. And there we go. There's DK-3 Breaker in his cheap looking alt mode. See how cheap he looks? Look at the details. I love that they're trying to give it a matte finish, but they should have gone premium with this plastic. Yeah, I like the tempos, sure. That looks great, Autobot logo, but you can feel how cheap it is. Rolls, yeah, man. Even in alt mode, I thought it would improve. Here he is with Trailbreaker once again. Look how good Trailbreaker looks compared to him. I mean, look how nice this figure is, even in alt mode. Just no contest. I mean, come on, Hasbro. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And so some final thoughts on this Transformers Legacy Selects Deluxe Class DK-3 Breaker. Man, I'm just so disappointed with this figure. This figure is not the most exciting figure out of the Selects line and Generations line. On paper, it should have been great. I don't know what happened, why it looks so cheap, dull, unattractive, and it just does not pop. It's not doing it for me. I wish I could say otherwise, but this figure is a dud. And man, this Breaker just breaks my heart. Sorry. I don't think I can recommend this figure to any Generations collector unless you're the completist and you have this strong affinity for getting the Generations versions of these Diakron or Diaclone characters in your collection, that is the only way I can recommend this figure. For $33 here in Manila, it is not worth the price of admission. This figure is probably going to sit on the shelves, and I don't know, people are just probably going to wait for it to go on clearance. But out of the three, I still say put your money on the guard, DK-2 guard. This one comes in a 2-pack, so it's a little pricey, but I think it's well worth getting this one over this one. And if you already have Trailbreaker, there's absolutely no reason to go out and buy DK-3 Breaker and double dip into the mold. The original Trailbreaker mold is just by far the better figure. Out of the two, he wins it by a mile, maybe 10 miles. The figure is going to get a 5 out of 10. I really apologize to those of you who are looking forward to this figure. It's just a big disappointment. And why did I buy it? So I can tell you guys if it's a good figure or not. Let me know in the comment section what you think of this new Transformers Legacy Select Deluxe Class DK-3 Breaker. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.